How's it, John?
I'm good, and you, Uncle Mon?
Yeah, good, man. How's it been going today?
No, I'm enjoying the construction work, Uncle Mon.
Tell me what you've been up to.
We've just been moving barrels of sand from a pit to where the fish tank used to be, so that we can pick it up, the level.
Uh-huh.
Because we don't want the sump in the fish tank to be the same level now. We don't want the fish tank. We want the fish tank above the sump. So we've just been doing that.
Fantastic. And what has it meant for you in terms of your learning experience?
I mean, it's definitely learned this is a hard work.
Okay.
And, it's a lot of more construction than I thought, which I'm actually enjoying a lot more.
Okay. And for someone who says that, what do you think about the internship program?
I think it's a great learning experience.
Do you think you could do aquaponics without the internship?
I wouldn't say so.
Now, you've done the course and you've done, did well in the course, but do you think that's enough? Why do you say that? What makes you feel?
All the learning really actually happens on the farm, doing the work.
Okay. And what exactly is specifically stuff that you're learning that would mean a lot to you that you wouldn't really pick up on the course?
Just the technique of like cleaning seedlings, knowing about plants. I actually knew very little about plants. Or like when Kurt even asked me to grade the media beds and see, write down I couldn't even tell the first plant until I looked at. But now I'm pretty sure I've learned
Fantastic.
about plants, about fish. Grading the fish, processing, harvesting. Not all plants are harvested the same. The seedlings, planting them, not all are planted the same. Some do better in buckets, some better in DWCs.
So there's a lot that's not quite obvious on the surface of it, eh? Well, that's looking great, eh? So enjoying your time, yeah?
Definitely am.
Worthwhile.
Definitely.
So Hugo, you're enjoying the internship?
Yep.
Okay. What are you learning?
Well, it was quite tough at the beginning, but I pushed myself.
What was tough for you? What did you find tough?
Mainly physical labor, because I wasn't that fit. But I've definitely felt myself getting stronger, more fit. One of the main things that I enjoy is just maintaining the systems and like seeing what the system can do. And also doing my own little experiments, put a plant here, see if it can can it propagate in the DWC or something like that,
Yeah.
And then
And the internship generally, do you think it's worthwhile?
of course, yeah.
You think it's worth doing?
I feel like I could say if I didn't do the internship, then I couldn't just do my own thing, like I wouldn't understand like the whole concept.
Sure. So would if you were to, for example, I mean, you also did the course, did really well in Cape Town, and you've come out of that. Would you say that that's enough for you to go and start an aquaponics unit and run it yourself?
No.
What exactly would you say has come through for you in the internship that has meant a lot to you that you didn't really grasp or understand in the course?
Work ethic, number one. Work ethic.
Very, very useful pick up on that. Yes.
So, work ethic. A few technical things that I didn't fully grasp, like Sean said as well. Things that you'd be like, okay, I need to do this task, and then you do it in your own way. But now I've learned how to do it more efficiently and just how to do a whole bunch of different things that are useful together.
Yeah, fantastic. So for both of you, Jean, if you just want to pull in here, for both of you, if you just come into the picture here, what would you say to someone who said that the internship is a work for free program? Would you say that that's the case? So in other words, you're working for me for free. How does that sound? How does that grab you?
I feel we do a lot of work, you know, but the experience is definitely worth it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for us, obviously, one of the critical things is that we spend a lot of time teaching. So, and we don't, we wouldn't treat you as if you were workers in the same way as we would with others, because obviously we're spending a lot of time teaching you. But the critical thing is for me that you're getting good value out of the internship, and that it's meaningful to you, not only in terms of the experience, but in terms of what you take forward into ever having to run your own aquaponics systems. So, yeah, I just wanted to get your opinions on that. And obviously I did it deliberately just as an impromptu, because I don't want you to have practiced your speech or anything. I really wanted what you feel about this. So, yeah, all good. Fantastic. So Kurt, I want to ask you a similar sort of question. Obviously you've been here much longer. You've done a full year's internship and now have taken on a more permanent role here at Practical Aquaponics. What do you think is the critical upside of the internship?
Internship teaches you things you're never going to learn anywhere else. And in order to do that on your own, you're going to require a long time and a lot of funding and resources, because you're going to stuff a lot of stuff up if you try to learn it on your own.
So would you say that you could possibly learn the stuff off the internet?
Oh, no. I tried that. And it failed horribly. I mean, you're welcome to try, but 9 times out of the 10, when you see the things on the internet, you don't see the full picture. You don't see the flaws behind it. That's what the internship is great for, because you're actually working with flawed systems intentionally. So you can simulate every single problem that you're going to ever encounter and make sure you know exactly how to deal with that problem effectively.
Fantastic. And what is the internship meant for you? If we start back for your starting days, where you started, what did it mean for you, the internship? And what does it mean for you going forward?
So the internship gave me a lot of time to sort through my own personal issues, a lot of my own personal problems. Just gave me some time to clear my head, get myself back on track. But that's me personally. I think that for a lot of other people, what you'll gain is mainly experience and knowledge. Being allowed to, like what the other gents have spoken about, experiment a little bit with your own projects is very, very important, because it teaches you how to think in that way. So it's not really about learning how to do things, about just doing it. It's about learning how to think in that specific manner, so that it will help you in the future. For example, if you walk into a system, you need to know what to look for, and you're never going to learn that on your own. You need somebody to show you, and in order to do so, you're going to have to go get a job, which in itself is really, really difficult to do without having done the internship. So there's a lot of things at play here. It's not just one specific thing.
Fantastic. And in terms of your ability to take on more challenging work going forward, what has it meant for you?
Look, I definitely know I'm ready for bigger challenges. I'm still growing and I'm still learning. I mean, you never really truly stop learning and growing.
Absolutely.
But I am definitely ready for other challenges. I'm just taking my time, you know. You look for the proper opportunity.
No, fantastic. And I think you are growing into that space quite. You're filling your shoulders out now.
Not just in my stomach, eh?
Well, there is that. But the reason I'm asking is, you know, obviously there is the impression out there that the internship is a program where we bring people here to work for us and it doesn't cost us anything. What would you say to that?
No, I call lies on that straight up. That is the complete misconception. So a very, very simple example of that. Interns, yes, they are free labor. You're paying them next to nothing, but because you're learning, you're going to break stuff. You're going to mess things up. You're going to kill plants. You're going to kill fish. You're not going to do things properly. And who does that cost go to at the end of the day? The person running the internship program. So without that, I mean, you're never going to be able to learn. You're going to have to carry those own costs yourself if you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So yes, in a way, you are working for free. You can see it like that. But again, you are gaining knowledge and experience you will not get anywhere else. And somebody is covering your costs. That's the main thing. Covering your costs is a big investment. I mean, you buy a new food processor and somebody breaks it. Who's going to buy another food processor? Simple thing like that, but there's 2,500 rand. You've got to find that money. So I feel like you can see it from both perspectives, depending on how you see it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think I think people often from the outside have this impression that the internship is like a free labor program. For us, but when you get in here, you realize that
Wait a second.
it's not actually that at all. It's actually about learning a whole lot of stuff that you couldn't learn on your own because it was going to cost you in school fees. And secondly, we have the experience to say to you, listen, don't do it this way because this and this and this and this.
100%.
Where if you're doing it on your own, those
Or even
things
through
are
the
not.
internet. You'll never get that proper information.
Yeah.
You'll never get it.
So the way we view the internship is that it is a way to take aspiring young aquaponics entrepreneurs from a place where they have potential head knowledge and even a little bit of experimental experience and take them into a scenario where they can learn
Physically
the
doing it.
practical stuff. I mean, we're busy building a system right here, right now. Jean and Hugo have been leveling the floor and sorting out fish tanks and bricks and leveling and digging trenches,
Grading fish.
grading fish.
They worked hard today. They worked
Yeah,
very hard today.
and so what you have is you have the combination of like hard work, physical stuff happening, but that relates directly to the work that
you're
you'd be doing.
100% right.
And if you had to take this on without having done an internship, you would be far less equipped to make the right decisions.
Definitely.
So that's our objective as a service provider, providing opportunities for not only youngsters but older folk as well who come on the internship, because the purpose is to give you a real life experience of the actual work involved in an aquaponics system, so that you can do two things. Firstly, we want you to tone your expectations of what the system can do.
Yes.
And secondly, we want you to be able to understand what your staff can do.
Exactly.
So-
What they should and shouldn't be doing.
Yes, so if you've got an unrealistic expectation of your staff, it ends up where there's unhappiness because the staff feel that you're perhaps pushing them too hard or whatever the case may be. But in this case, you've actually done it yourself. And so having done it yourself, you're in a place to say, no, this is reasonable, this is not reasonable.
100%.
Does it take half an hour to grade all the seedlings in a system? No, it takes you 2 hours because you've done it yourself.
Exactly.
How long does it take to plant your seedlings? Which seedlings go where, etc. So those are the objectives for us in an intern scenario. That really is what we are aiming for.
No, 100%.
And I just wanted to tackle that one head on and ask you guys for your
right.
frank opinion.
No, right. Frankly, you'll never be able to teach another person how to do a job if you've never done it. It's not possible.
Well, even if you've got the theoretical knowledge, it's always so
It's
much
not
better once
possible.
you've
You've got to physically do it, and this is what we get the opportunity to do out here.
Yeah. All right. And what about? Just want to throw that out there. On the sort of business side, what do you think you've learned from the business side of the aquaponics thing,
Yeah,
having
look,
been an intern?
Definitely learned a lot. I mean, I'm fortunate that I come from a background where I knew a lot of the physical side already. The business side is actually what I came to learn and what I've been pushing the hardest at learning. And I don't want to say I'm exactly there because I'm still a ways off, but I've definitely gotten a lot better. I mean, developing invoicing documents, getting clients, making sure that packaging is right. A simple thing like if a client has a problem, what do you do? The answer isn't always a very straightforward answer. You got to know how to approach that, and if you don't only shoot yourself in the foot, you shoot your potential business down the line. So that's where I've been really focusing my energy on how to increase myself in that way.
So it's a combination, and this is really the crux of it, is that you've got production, where you've got installation, and you've got physical building, and you've got system design on the one hand. Then you've got production, where you've actually got to produce a whole lot of veggies to make sure that you've got enough to engage with market.
Demand.
And then thirdly, you've got to engage with that market. You've actually got to get them to buy your stuff, and then you've got to have the financial capability and capacity to say, right, how do I take that client into a place where that client is going to support me financially and buy product from me regularly, and so on. So the whole program is a holistic program where we're trying to get people into the business of aquaponics so that it becomes a way of life.
It's not just something that you do as a hobby. It's much more than that. That's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. They take it on as a hobby. I've got a full-time job and I'm going to do it. You better have a small system. This is hard work, but it's very rewarding. There's nothing more pleasurable than chowing the food that you've just produced, and you know exactly where it comes from, exactly what goes into it, and you see the same happy looks on all the faces of the people you give it to. You cannot compare it to anything else.
Fantastic. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree. Thanks very much, Kurt. Appreciate that.
Welcome.
And then the last thing I wanted to ask you guys as interns and employees here at Practical Aquaponics is, what is your opinion and feeling about the involvement of CrossFit? So let's start with you, Hugo.
So I've actually only been to about 5 CrossFit sessions since I've been here, and the first few are, you're going to be wrecked.
No way around it, eh?
No, you can't put it anywhere else.
Okay. And you think it's a good thing, or how do you feel about that?
Well, the thing is, as with any exercise and fitness, you're going to keep progressing and achieving your goals.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to stick to it, you know. So
Yeah.
I wasn't very fit when I first came here. I've said that I'm becoming more fit, you know. I can definitely feel myself getting fitter. I'm not losing my breath as much. I can,
Go for longer.
Yeah.
I think it's really beneficial to self-improvement,
Yeah.
and for the interns especially.
Yeah, fantastic. And John, I mean, I saw you lying on the floor there a little bit yesterday. You're the guy who was battling yesterday. But what are your feelings on
I
that?
feel I have done a lot of jumping before, but never as much cardio, you know. And the thing is, the cardio is what helps you when you're doing your work here on the farm. We looked at the construction work we're doing now with the CrossFit. The CrossFit might start, you know, those first 2 weeks, it is, you know, difficult, but after that, it actually makes your normal work easy as well.
Yeah,
So it's
fantastic.
definitely
Because remember, the whole thing about aquaponics is that it's a philosophy on life. It's actually talking to you about more than just aquaponics. It's about a philosophy that you have on health and on lifestyle and on improving your quality of your life and your living. What are your thoughts there, Kurt?
So for same as Hugo, when I came here, I was horribly unfit, incredibly overweight. I've dropped the majority of it. I'm still fighting the battle.
How much have you lost in the time that you...
30 Ks.
30 kilos?
Yeah, roughly.
Wow, let's get a bit of a better picture.
Hey, no,
of
you
it.
don't look now. I'm still chunky. I'm still chunky. Just being honest. So CrossFit helped me in a few ways. Firstly, obviously general fitness and strength, which helps with the work, because the work is physically demanding. So you want something to pick up that fitness level just so that you can meet it. And then you're never going to struggle. And the other way that it helped, and it helps with the interns, I don't think they've been here long enough to actually experience this yet, is it's about commitment and dedication. So it teaches you a certain way of thinking, like I've mentioned in that's the whole thing about this internship, is you think in a certain way. And once you think like that, everything else falls into place and it's easy. And CrossFit definitely helps with that. I'm not going to lie, it is hard. It is hard, and at the end of every session, you lie down. That's what you do. Ask him.
I lie down.
Ask him. Okay, but now can we just flip that? Can we just flip that camera and ask the interviewer how many times he's lied down? All I'm saying.
So for me, it's lie down every single time. Don't even joke. That's absolutely
So true.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, I just thought a quick impromptu ask you guys what you think and how you feel. Gives everybody else out there a view, a little bit of a snapshot on what happens at the internship. How are we working? What are we doing? And how do you people feel that it's benefiting you? And again, I've specifically done this in a way that it's not rehearsed. I've done it impromptu so that I've jumped on you. But I'm deliberately looking for your candid opinion. So, and I think that helps people out there to understand what it is that we're doing and what you're getting out of it.
100%, Mark.
All good. Well done today, guys. 100%.